Good morning, world. Today, I would like to take a couple moments. I'm trying as much as I can to make this a very quick video about 5 things that I believe every adult with ADHD needs to have in their life. See, back in the days when I was in school, we weren't so in tuned to the needs of the students with ADHD. It was really more of a, this is a bad kid, he needs to be punished. It was more of a punitive system. And we have done so much better at identifying and providing resources for the kids today in school who have ADHD, who need resources, and we've done a really great job of providing resources and identifying the kids. But there are the people from my generation and before, and maybe a few after me, who were missed by this new surge of resource providing or understanding of the needs of students. So those back then kids, now adults, didn't really get to learn the resources. They didn't really get to learn and adapt to how to deal with their ADHD. So this video is, if it's for you, or if it's for someone if it's somebody you know, then hopefully you'll share it with them. All right, so let's say 5 things that every adult with ADHD needs to have. First is a good psychiatrist. The medications, they really do work, but ADHD meds can be a little bit finicky. Sometimes if you don't have the right combination of the medication, the type of medication and the dosage, it can be nerve-wracking. It can be, if it's too much, sometimes the person is almost catatonic, and if it's not enough, then the person is not getting the help that they should be getting from the medication. But if you have the right psychiatrist who's going to work with you until you find the right combination of medication and dosage to work for you, then everything is just blissful. It just feels like the whole system, the world itself, is working when you have the right medications. So a good psychiatrist is the first thing. Next is a good therapist, because if you did not learn how to work with your ADHD as a child, as an adult, it gets even more chaotic. And a good therapist will help you apply the behavior modification techniques that you need in order to, as an adult, learn to function effectively with the ADHD. The medication, yes, it does a great job of, calming you down and things like that, but that behavior modification piece is very important. And that's why having a good therapist who knows what they're doing, who can help you craft the right setup for you, is crucial. Next is an accountability partner, because while your psychiatrist is going to help you get the medication right, your therapist is going to help you implement that behavior modification piece that you need. An accountability partner is a friend, a partner, is a spouse, anyone who is in your everyday life, because your therapist is not there with you every day. And although you can get feedback from them on and off, but you can't really, they're not there for the day, for the ins and outs of every day. So an accountability partner is a person in your life who knows what you're working on, who can be that person who provides the support, who provides that little elbow. Hey, you need to get back on track, or hey, you're doing good. Sometimes it could be motivating you or just congratulating you on a job well done. So an accountability partner is very important, because they help you stay the course of all that behavior modification that you're learning, as you're learning the new behaviors, new tips, and new techniques through your therapy. Your accountability partner is the one who helps you really keep implementing them while you're in therapy, and sometimes even after, because after a few months you may feel that you have it down and you don't want to continue seeing your therapist, and at that time you should still have your accountability partner who works with you. Technology. Well, anyone who knows me will be surprised that I actually am recommending technology, because I am queen of anti-technology. I am always trying to run from it. But for ADHD, however, there are so many different tools and calendars and timers and stuff that beeps that are available out there to help you keep track of what is going on. Any adult that I work with who suffers from ADHD, I'm always pushing for use of the technology that is available from from your computer to your tablets and your phones. One of the things that happens with people with ADHD is that sometimes they get so distracted by what they're doing, or so what they're not doing even sometimes, that they miss on where they should be going, and a lot of times they end up working a lot but doing nothing. So using the technology to help you manage what you're doing is very important. Now, all those for the psychiatrist, the therapist, accountability partner, and the technology, they're great, but the most important part of dealing with ADHD is the schedule, plan, organization system. Yeah, I know I couldn't figure out the one word that I wanted to use, so I use all of them, the schedule, plan, organization system. And that is the core of what you need. At the center of your life is that schedule, plan, organization system. Because in order to eliminate the time that is spent trying to transition from one to the next, in order to eliminate the time that is wasted when you don't know what to do next, so you start doing everything, or you start doing one thing and then realize, okay, maybe I needed to do that first. If you have a schedule, you have a plan, you have a system where it's all organized, then you don't have to be in that limbo. Once you're done with A, you know, if you have a good schedule, that B is definitely next. But if you don't have that schedule, when you're done with A, then it's like, oh, okay, what do I do now? And while you're figuring out what do you do now, oh, this looks like a nice little piece to read. This looks like a nice game to play. So when you have a schedule and it's written there, you know that when the alarm beeps at 12 o'clock, this means it's lunchtime. So you should be going to lunch. Yes, you may not be done with what you're doing, but it's lunchtime. Therefore, we should be going to lunch. At 3 o'clock, you know that it's your reading time. And when the alarm beeps, it's time for you to stop what you're doing now and go on to the next task. So that is one thing that working with a therapist can help you accomplish. Organizing your day, scheduling everything, having a plan. You should be able to work that as part of the therapy that you're doing with your therapist. That should be included. That should be one of the first things that you do, because once you get that done, and over the course of subsequent sessions, you'll be able to start adjusting that schedule. Okay, this works, this doesn't work, this could be better, and until eventually it all falls into place. What is supposed to happen is that over time, once you have that organization system in place and that you are applying it, it becomes rote. You don't have to think about it anymore. It becomes part of you. You become trained to just go A, B, C, D, and so that eventually you may not need to follow the schedule as closely as you did before, but you still have it. So automatically, you don't need to wait for the alarm to go off for you to know, oh, okay, I need to go to lunch. Oh, okay, I need to switch over to reading. Your body becomes programmed to know it. But the schedule, keeping it, having it, and then keeping it is very, very important. And the first 4 resources, psychiatrist, therapist, accountability partner, and technology, are all there to help you keep that last one, which is your schedule, organization, plan, system. All right. Well, that's all we have for today. Again, as I always say, if you are struggling with something, please, you don't have to wait. There are tons and tons and tons of resources out there that are available to help you. So please, if you are struggling with something, or if you know somebody who is, reach out and get help. All right? That's all we have for today. Good morning, world. Have a great day.